Alright, I wanted a GoPro for this, but forgot to buy one before I came. Here we are, day number 2 of the 1989 Freightliner to replace the Dodge. Cute little guy. 125,000 miles on it. I'm gonna have all new rear tires, front tires, I'll get them home, and I've already got the new tires for those. Originally it had these big beefy super single tires on it, and the guy who's storing the truck, not the guy I bought it from, he was storing at a different guy's house, contacted me and said, hey, I have a use for those super singles. If you'd like to get rid of them, I've got a set of brand new dually tires on aluminum wheels. These things are really nice, brand new, set of 4. So he wanted the super singles, a little bit of cash, and it made sense for me to do that, as I was going to end up spending more money in the long run if I had to replace them all later on. Well, in the end, I went to put them on yesterday, and our wheel studs were too short. Because you're doubling the amount of tires or amount of wheels they have to go through. Here's our old one. New one is about ½ inch longer and will do exactly what it needs to do. Show you on the other side here what we're up against. So as you can see, that's not good. Might have held to get me home, probably not worth the risk. Going to town yesterday, or middle of the afternoon, ordered some. They didn't have all of them, so they decided, well, let's order them from our supplier. You guys can run to Sacramento, 45 minutes away, grab them. Get here this morning, the knurl is too big to pound into here. Also, we were supposed to have to take this off, take these nuts off, pop this cap off, slide the whole axle or the hub off, slide the axle out, and then pound all these studs out by hand. They're really supposed to be pressed in. In the end, I was up last night thinking about it and realized, I wonder if we can get these brake shoes to spread apart. And sure enough, they move quite easily, actually. I was able to just pound them out that way. That's how we'll put the new ones in. We don't have a press, but we'll put a couple spacers on here on the new ones and tighten it down with the big impact here, and it'll suck those right into place, give us the extras. Well, first thing this morning we realized, oh, the knurls are too big. For those of you who don't know, that's a knurl. It sets itself back in there. So we decided, go back to the parts store. They looked around, they didn't have anything. Finally, we scoured through one of their books, found the exact thing in Sacramento, 45 minutes away again. So sent the guy who's with me to Sacramento, and I came back and was going to start beating these out, figuring it'd take me forever to do, and it took me less than 30 seconds a piece. So I guess that's good as long as we can get them to go back in. In the meantime, yesterday I had this hitch fabricated up, this receiver fabbed up. Structural bolts goes into this plate here that's must be 5/16, and then structural bolts. Then also on the back we put these ½ inch plates as well, with some good heavy lock washers. So rear end all looks good. Couple airlines here that aren't going to anything. Fifth wheel all looks good. It starts right up, fires right up. Sounds really nice, but I'm just excited to drive it. Then of course we threw the hitch in the spot, and I need a longer hitch. So Gen Y makes one, I think this is a 12 inch. I think they make up to an 18. This might be the 9 inch. They make up to an 18 inch, but I don't know that that's going to cut it. Might have to order one, see if it works. They also make a brace that mount from here and goes up to your frame, up here or up here, wherever, to brace it due to the extra length, the extra weird torque up and down, and of course every direction. So that's next on the list of things. Hopefully everything's okay going home with it, because it is going to be significantly higher than a normal trailer. Engine all looks good here. Hard to see without tipping it, and I don't want to tip it. Got a couple storage containers here. Hop up inside. Here we go. Nice Eldorado patented seats. Nice old leather. But everything looks to be in really nice shape actually on this truck. Kind of like it myself. This is kind of nice, makes it easy for filling oil and stuff like that. You got that radiator fill there, and there was one other one somewhere that made things really easy. Hop up here in the driver's seat a minute. Got everything here. Eaton Fuller 9-speed, pretty basic. Overall, it's really an 8 plus a low gear. So probably won't be using the low gear very often. That noise in the background is the air compressor running. It's just a generator type deal. Got our mirrors here, car in the garage, and of course radio, heat. All your fuses and stuff are under here, makes them they're actually all relays, not fuses. Easily accessible because you don't want to tip the cab every time you have a blown fuse. Anyways, doors open over there, but kind of cool. And then back here you got your sleeper, and I'm not so sure, but I would honestly guess I've got more width in my old truck in the Dodge, but I cannot say for sure. This just comes down and folds up. This is actually like 7-inch thick foam. Might have it covered or steam cleaned or something, but whatever. Has a nice vents back there, and that also blows out on your feet or your head depending on where you lay. So back window, and of course another vent. So some point soon I'd like to install a backup camera and be able to have that on the back of the truck and the trailer as well. So going to be a learning experience the rest of the day, actually throwing things back together and learning how to drive this thing. But I guess that's day number 2. I'll keep you posted as hopefully we get things back wrapped up here in the next 2-3 hours and head on the road towards Seattle.